Hello, everybody, and welcome to this match today. It's going to be Expandable Academy versus Burn for our Stage 2, Week 2, Day 2 match. I'm Memre here with Empress, who's going to be the color caster. Are you looking forward to this match, Empress?
Well, just like to clarify, I'm more like the peanut gallery than a color caster, but thank you for the upgrade in status. I am very much looking forward to this match, and I can't wait to see what these two teams have to offer us today.
Absolutely. So we're going to be heading into Nepal here first. Um, and it looks like we might have a pause coming down the line, so we'll get a little bit of a chance to talk about these teams. Um, but what do you think about the expandable coming into this? Because they have had some roster changes, so has Burn, and probably some upgrades over the last stage that they were in. Um,
Upgrades, eh? That is harsh fighting words coming
Bold
from you,
words,
names.
I know.
Yes, indeed.
Um, but I remember we casted ZD on Flashpoint. That was one
Yeah.
of the more dominant teams in minors. So it's nice to see him be brought up to the majors division here on Expandable.
He definitely deserves it. ZD was a beast on off tank, so I'm not surprised to see ZD make that transition. Again, yep, he is on off tank duty, so I'm expecting a really awesome plays from ZD here. I don't know how much synergy they have, given it's just been a short time in between stage 1 and stage 2, but we are about to find out.
Five, four,
Absolutely. So we're
three,
going to see a
two,
floats going into
one.
a Sombra Goats
Round
composition.
one.
So
Capture
what are really
the
the win conditions for
objective.
both these comps before they start rolling into these points?
Well, on the side of Burn, it's the EMP, right? The
That's
EMP is needs to get value and needs to hit at least the Zen. So oh, we see them transition, Burn transitioning to point right now.
Absolutely.
That
So
is a
Edix is going to take a lot of damage coming in here onto his shield. Then they're going to back up with the Cubby. Merge is going to get some poke damage onto Sequoia and actually take her out in the backline, and he's going to get out just in the nick of time as Nomgrom tries to dive onto him. Laseki just poking in some damage onto Nomgrom. Discord, he's going to back out. But Merge is going to be there with the follow-up, and Expendable Academy is going to back out and give this first point over to Burn.
I'm actually really surprised to see the floats versus the Sombra goats on this map.
And as you
I
say
mean,
that, we have the swap over to the
yes, I
traditional
think
goats.
this is much better. This is much better. Because with the dive, it's just like it's so hectic. There's not a lot of room for the Winston to go. If he gets CC'd, he's a dead man.
Oh, Buzzing Face is looking for a boop, doesn't manage to find it in time. Merge gets spotted out, and he's going to translocate out. Edix is going to throw in a Fire Strike. A bubble gets used on Nomgrom and gets pushed forward and booped off the edge. A nice boop coming through from Burn. Brother Dig's also going to fall to Edix, and with the cleanup kills onto Luxury Yacht and Sequoia, Burn's going to hold this for a little bit longer.
Oof, this is looking a little rough. They actually just needed to speed onto point, and by they, I mean expandables. Them just kind of posturing at that little staircase choke area, it gave ample opportunity for Buzzing Faces to get that nasty boop off, and without your Ryan, you are a fish in water.
Absolutely. I think the Merge doing a
A
nice
fish
job
in a
pestering
barrel,
them.
sorry, fish in a barrel.
Yeah, Merge in the backline just sort of pestering them, really sort of like put a lot of uncertainty, I think, into their rotations. Brother Dig still looking around as a ZD doing the spy checking. They're going to rotate through Connector. I like this as well. It's not going to allow for the boop opportunities that they had before. And they're going to have a much better defensive positioning. A nice EMP Shatter comes out from Merge and Edix, and that's just going to wipe the ground with Expandable there. No chance going into that old combo.
I mean, goats have to play together. That's their strength, but that's also their weakness. So that's why Sombra is absolutely just disgusting.
We have a late last second contest coming through from None So Vile. He can't make it to the point though. Nomgrom also gets stunned out. And they're not going to be able to make it. That was that was so sad, but just so well played by Burn there, I think overall.
Score.
I honestly think they should probably switch to a more spread comp. So like a 2-2-2 or even a 1 tank 3 DPS 2 support combo would just these, being spread out, the Sombra is not going to get as much purchase. Oh, it looks like that's what they are doing, at least with the pharmacy combo here.
Yep, they're gonna run their own Sombra as well.
I like that change. I like it a lot. Let's see what they can get done with it.
Five.
Absolutely. When they swapped to the Hammond, or they initially showed the Hammond, I was like, oh, maybe my Empress is reading their minds completely, and this is actually they're gonna run the Hammond with three DPS, but they're gonna switch into a more traditional dive with ZD on that Diva as well, and so we're gonna have the Sombras pass by like ships in the night, looking at the other teams, and Burn's gonna get an initial position on the defensive and the point with Expandable Academy taking the high ground. Brother Dig's gonna be peppering in rockets, but isn't chunks down Collywide quite low, pulling out that armor pack from Adam. And Merge is gonna pepper in shots in the backline, bringing Sequoia pretty low before getting out. But Adam is taken super low, and Brother Dig finds that kill in the end. But they trade out, and Namgrom's going to fall next. So this is a 5v5 coming in as the Sombras rejoin. But there's really not a good answer for this Pharah, who's just going to be peppering in rockets. But it also means that the Mercy is pretty much just attached to that Pharah, so not getting a ton of value on the other other members of the team. Buzzing Faces eventually takes out None So Vile, so now we have an advantage for Burn. Namgrom's going to get hacked and is going to try and back off here. The cap comes through, and with Burn completely in control of this, they're going to shove Expandable Academy back to spawn.
Yeah, I actually think they probably would have fared better with a Rein Zarya combo, because like if you're gonna dive goats, you're gonna dive them on the point, which kind of they're just gonna get
There's so
absolutely
much
destroyed
cover.
if that's the case, right? So I don't know if dive tanks are the best answer for this comp.
Yep, so we have the approach again from Expandable with Brother Dig firing rockets in through that small window there. ZD's going to get hacked by Merge, and EMP is going to come out from None So Vile, but he's going to take it very low. But the barrage comes through from Brother Dig, taking down 2 before he himself gets taken down by Collywog. The res should be there for Luxury Yacht, and Edix is going to fall. So this should be Expandable taking this point here, as None So Vile has a triple kill in the end.
That was actually beautifully done. They didn't. I thought Luxury Yacht was going to pop Valk there, but it wasn't really needed. Sequoia did end up using Trance. Oh dear,
Oof.
that's unfortunate.
That's a very unfortunate kill, as now they're going to go into the situation with the, as I say that, Merge gets taken down in return, so it's a 5v5, and Sequoia's going to get brought up, so Expandable in a very good position here, but Adam is going to take out None So Vile, and they're just going to give the cap over to Burn, who now has a very defensive position, but the kills are coming through for Expandable Academy, so they should be able to regain control of this. ZD kills Adam with the remech, but not finding any value on the ult itself, the Diva Bomb, but with Sequoia taking down Buzzing Faces, this should be Expandable Academy holding on.
I mean, in terms of value, I actually think that was a lot of value from Diva ult, because it forced them out of position.
True.
Right? So they had to sort of scatter, and the Pharah was able to pick one off, and here comes the EMP from Burn's side, I'm pretty sure. But with them playing out spread, let's see.
It's going to be a lot harder.
Find how many people.
And we have an early Transcendence coming out from Laseki to keep them positioned on point and keep everyone sustained, as well as the Brig ult from Adam. Namgrom's going to prop the Primal in the point, moving everyone around. Sequoia's going to not quite get there with the Trance to save Namgrom, but will sustain everyone else through. With the tank ults coming out from Burn, however, None So Violent is going to fall, and it should be clean up from here, as we're up to 90% for Burn.
Did None So Vile get stunned out of her EMP?
I think that must be what happened.
Yeah.
And we now have overtime triggered here. Merge is going to toss in the EMP to take out Namgrom, and there won't be any further contest, and Burn is going to take the first map 2-0.
Oh goodness, that was actually a lot closer. I think that if they had the Rein Zarya as opposed to the Winston Diva, it would have been closer.
Absolutely. I mean, in that situation, they had very little point presence. They were very spread out, right? As you sort of have to do with that comp. As soon as Burn moved onto the point, they couldn't really touch and contest, and nor could they really dive right into there.
Right.
So really, they were just reliant on Brother Dig getting picks with the Pharah rockets.
Which he did, right?
He did, yeah. But that's also a slow game, right?
It
And
is a
during
slow
that
game.
whole time.
But
Yeah.
like when he got the pick off on the what was it, the Brig initially?
Yeah.
I think the rest of the team should have been able to capitalize on that on the point. It's
Mhm.
just it is hard to capitalize on the point with the Brig was down, but you have so many just tanky bodies literally on the point, and that's a lot of HP to burn through. So if they just kind of all huddled up and like grouped up and dealt with whoever was coming as a threat, then yeah, it was going to be tough. The only way I can think of was like a sort of like a pincer move where they got attacked from like two different directions, and if their target priority or target focus isn't great, then something probably would have died.
Absolutely. I mean,
But
they did try to set up that
they
pincer,
did, they did, they did.
with the
But
rockets
not
coming from
Namgar
behind.
unfortunately died first.
Yeah.
I
So the
I
next map that
absolutely love the
sorry.
animation though. I do like the
Yeah.
animation. Sorry.
Yeah. No, so I was just gonna say the next map we're going into is Route 66, which might be something more favorable to dive um,
Yes,
than
yes.
that point there. And we do have a substitution with Breath coming in for Laseki. Um, so I'm excited to. I haven't seen Breath play with Burn quite yet, so I'm excited to see how he's meshing with the team. He was a recent pickup for this stage. We of course know him from Band by the Way,
Yes, and
as well,
also, the pugs that
and
we've
his
anticipated.
casting tutorials that he's given us.
Yes, he is a phenomenal, phenomenal caster and producer. He has a lot of experience behind the scenes. I have seen him play off support and main tank, but I guess with Edict's still here, I'm guessing Breath is, and then Laseki out, I'm guessing that Breath is going to be playing that Zen.
Yep, exactly. And Edix always impresses me on main tank. I'm a big fan of his main tank play. I always like to give him shoutouts. And I think he did really well in that one. I mean, especially like the combo between Merge and Edix on that EMP shatter that we saw in the play of the game there.
Yeah, that was beautifully done. That was beautifully done. I mean, they didn't really them being in that little cubby is you couldn't ask for a better place to EMP there or shatter, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Um, so do you know anything about Jack memes?
I do not. Let's see here. It looks like he's an off tank player. Plays a lot of Zarya and Diva and some Genji. So I'm guessing that they're gonna keep with uh, the brig or the maybe like a more dive setup. I don't know who else would play. So you have the Namgram on the main tank, and then Jack on the off tank of some kind, and then I don't know who would play Diva or Zarya in this lineup. But they could also opt for the Sombra goats. None so vile showed that he played a very good Sombra there as well. So you know I think that that's a viable option here too.
Well, I was thinking that Namgram and ZD were playing Winston Diva, and perhaps I do know that ZD is an off-tank player. I primarily know him for his divas, so perhaps he didn't feel comfortable in Zarya. So maybe Jack coming in is
Suggest
because they
more of
want
that.
to run. Well, maybe they want to run the Ryan Zarya. Who knows?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, certainly for the final point, that it's almost kind of necessary. It looks like on the defense starting out, they're going to go for more of a bunker comp on the side of ExPandable.
I like it. I like it.
And it looks like Burn is hovering dive with the Widow Genji.
Well, that is, according to their team card, their strongest comp.
Absolutely.
So
Everyone's on comfort picks at this point, it looks like. Certainly
I say
Merge loves his
comfort
Widow.
picks. Well, I mean, I think comfort picks are all around sort of the best pick because you play well, you play better on something that you are familiar with, as opposed to if you're, sort of flexing and not familiar with a hero, then I don't know. I don't think you perform as well, perform your best.
Absolutely. We'll see if Merge is able to get the sight lines with his Orisha shield, however. And likewise, running dive into bunker is always a risky proposition. None so Vile is going to do some scouting and get spotted out and translocate back to his team. Adam's going to see that Bastion on the high ground with the deflect and no bond out of there. Merge also gets through along with Collywog. So we have sort of a split push here from Burn with 3 on the cart, 3 on the high ground. Looking for the best opportunity to dive onto this Bastion setup, and the go sign is there. 3 members dive in, and Brother Dig is deleted immediately. Excellent target focus. Luxury Yacht really wants this res, but isn't in a safe position to do it. Adam takes out Sequoia in the meantime, but Jack does get a return kill onto Merge before Adam takes out Luxury Yacht, and the rest of ExPandables is going to fall to Burn's dive.
That was pretty clean. That was very, very clean. I like the coordination there coming from Burn. And Namgram makes the immediate switch to Ryan.
Absolutely. So we're gonna see a goats comp come out from ExPandable now. I like this going into the dive. They shouldn't be getting picked off too much by Merge's Widow, but Merge likes to flank, as I well know. So he could get some really nutty angles and get those picks. Edix is going to dive in on the Zarya immediately on Nunso Vile, and he's won and barely gets back to his team and healed up. That was the closest I think that you can ever get without getting taken out. Merges on this flank here, but gets contested immediately by Jack and gets taken down very low. Adam pops the Nano Blade now, looking for any targets in the back here. Edix combined with Adam is going to take out Brother Dig, and Edix looking for more is going to push Nunso Vile way out of the fight. And in the meantime, Nomgrom and Luxury Yacht get taken down on the cart.
Yeah, that the Nano Blade plus the Winston ult. I mean, the Winston ult did boop them further away, right?
It's slightly anti-synergistic, right?
just slightly, But you know, they won the fight, and now they're pushing the cart, and it seems like Expandables are just they're contesting. They're trying
Yep, they'll
to.
have a last-minute contest here, but with Merge taking out Brother Dig, this is not a favorable sign. A huge anti-nade comes out onto Expandable there as well. Edix is going to take out Luxury Yacht. Sequoia pops a Transcendence to keep the remaining members alive and healthy, and they're going to have positioning on this cart as Burn is going to back out now and look to regroup.
Yeah, that's goats for you. Just so many beefy bodies on the point. Like, how are you gonna burn through that much HP?
Absolutely, even with the nice pick at the beginning. And you see Edix immediately swap over to Ryan and try and push this in here now. We have Expandable taking the high ground, and Nunso Vile is actually going to dive Merge himself and take him out the fight before this fight even really gets started. This should be a pretty easy regroup for Burn at this point, but it looks like they might be able to get some exit kills as Adam does indeed fall. They're going to want to speed on this and get as much ult charge as they can as Nomgrom takes out Edix and the rest of them fall. That was a very slow regroup. I guess they don't have a Lucio, to be fair.
Yes, but they were also very scattered.
It looked like they still wanted to fight that, right?
I feel like they did, even though Merge was down, and I think that the moment that one of your DPS is down, especially in this comp, who's gonna be doing major damage, it's you have to back out.
Right, so now we have a swap over to something like a Genji Goat, as Adam pops the Nano Blade going deep. A grab traps Edix as well as the rest of the team, and the bomb doesn't find any value through Edix's shield. But Adam only takes out Nunso Vile there, but Brother Dig is going to fall. A huge slam from Nomgrom is going to take down both supports in the back, but he's going to get taken out in turn by Merge. Luxury Yacht's going to stall out as much as he can on this cart, but I think that Burn should be able to get this cap here.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised that Luxury Yacht didn't pop Sound Barrier for Blade. Sequoia didn't have Trans up yet because she used it in the first recontest, so
Right, there just wasn't, yeah, and it seemed like they wanted to go for that grab bomb combo, but since they were so zoned out by the Nano Blade coming in, they couldn't get much value out of the ults that they invested there. And now we have them moving into third point here, the battle for the corner here that so often happens in this Goat's Mirror. Edix fires off a Shatter into Nomgrom's shield, and waiting for some sort of go signal here. No one's really pushing the cart. Now they finally get on it to create this sort of forward pressure, and Expandable's going to back out a little bit here and wait for resources before re-engaging, probably waiting on Nomgrom's shield to recharge. A nice E comes through from Jack, taking out Merge's ult. So they're not going to have that tool. Sequoia does pop the trance anyway, so not a ton of value, but Nomgrom does take out Edix in the meantime, so using that Transcendence to really get some good damage into Edix. And with that, Burn is going to try and get out of here, but hopefully Expandable does not let them.
Wow, so Sequoia just popped Trans 50% already, almost 60 now. I'm telling you, she's a beast.
Who needs it? Yeah, for sure.
All right, this fight, I really think that they should, the grab bomb combo, 100% for Expandable.
Yep, we have shadows on both sides coming up here. And you see the Ryan's posturing. Here comes the bomb as well as the grab bomb combo. There isn't a follow-up on it, but Edix uses the Earth Shatter, knocks down Jack, however, and with the The charge onto the mech is going to take it down. A grab locks all of the members of ExPandable into place, but the sound barrier is going to be there to keep them all hale and healthy. Sequoia still has this Transcendence as well for extra sustain. Adam is going to pop the rally and push it to the back line, but Sequoia's there with the Transcendence immediately, keeping everyone healthy and contesting this cart. But as Namgram falls and Brother Dig, that's going to be the sign for Edicts to hit that Q, and the rest of the members of ExPandable will fall.
Team kill.
Well, that was a fight.
That was about all of the Qs were pressed.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still processing it, and I'm just like, this ult was popped, that ult was popped. They do have a grab to work with here, but let's see if they can make something happen.
For this last fight, as Namgram is contesting this cart, his shield is falling low, he gets stunned, and grab comes out from Nunso Vile, locking Edicts into place, as well as Building Faces. They get taken down immediately, followed up by Adam. So Burn's gonna have to back out here.
Did you see Kaliwag there? Okay, so Kaliwag for a second thought that it was his team's grab, so he boosted in and then realized at the last second that it wasn't his team's grab.
Oh no.
He was about to put the bomb in. Oh, that was actually really funny.
I mean, at least he didn't, right? Like, you know,
He didn't,
it could have been
you
much
know.
worse.
Yeah.
And, you know,
But,
maybe it was, you know, a good guy Collywog moment where he was trying to take as much damage for his team as he could.
That could also
Putting
be
his
true.
neck on the line.
100%. That you know what, that is what happened.
I think that is. So we have an early rally pop by Brother Dig. They don't seem to want to get too aggressive with this. And Burn is not engaging either, waiting for this rally to end. And Merge is going to run forward and pop that grab. The bomb comes out as well, and a huge bomb. Namgram must have not had a shield available, as he wasn't even stunned or anything. With Breath popping the Transcendence here to lock out this fight, this should be a 3rd-point cap for Burn.
Round 1 complete.
Really good patience on the side of Burn, that fight.
I think so too. I think that when they realized that the fight was lost, they just backed out and or died, and basically, saved the combos for the next fight. And I 100% think that was a good call for them.
And I really like how they played around that rally at the end. You know, they basically just, you know, stayed there. They didn't push in. They didn't, they were sort of waiting for the aggression coming out from ExPandable, but it wasn't there. Like, the ExPandable was just kind of rallying in place. And rally's kind of one of those ults that you want to use to engage upon.
I mean, it gives you extra speed, and that's
Yeah.
the point. Like, I mean, they nerfed the duration of the rally in terms of the armor that you receive from it doesn't last for forever like it did before. So it is very much an ultimate used to engage for a fight, right? So the fact that they
Ready for
didn't
battle.
get aggro is, I think it was a mistake. But I do like the goats that I'm seeing from ExPandable. It's not something that we've seen from them before, at least when Boosted, by the way, played them.
Attackers incoming
They were
in
much,
30
I think they
seconds.
favored the 2-2-2.
Yeah, and lots of dive as well.
Hmm
I remember, getting Dove as Zen on Genji Tracer. And
I remember too.
whatnot. But no, and I want, like I was sort of hoping when Merge ran forward with that Zarya for like that very telegraphed grab that Jack would nom it up, just to have Merge having 2 grabs eaten. But I think having only one is still
1.
enough for me.
Attackers incoming.
All right, so we'll see the Goat's Mirror, but with the Sombra on the side of Burn. I'm really liking the Sombra Ghost that they're playing. I think Merge is doing really well with Sombra. He gets spotted out, takes a little bit of tension, Discord Orb. They're still not really... Oh, he gets sniped by Namgram! He stayed a little bit too long, Merge.
Well, I mean, oh, the
And they're actually
boot!
going to... Oh, that was a boot from Luxury Yacht?
Buzzing faces!
Buzzing Faces.
Poor Sequoia!
Yep, and so Namgram's going to take down Edicts, but Sequoia does fall. But they were already fighting down, 5v6 here. So Burn is really not in an advantageous position. They're just going to delay this cart for a little bit longer, and hopefully get out and be able to regroup in time for a last fight on this point A.
Yeah, I thought that something was going to happen with Merge running amok in the back line, but he took a little bit too much damage and got spotted out and died to a nasty snipe fire strike from Namgram. And that pretty much sort of enabled ExPandables to push on to the point.
Yep, it looks like they're doing a much better job of keeping him in check this time. Jack goes up in to contest Merge on the high ground. Adam is going to pop that rally. And a huge EMP comes out from Merge, hitting 5 members. But it doesn't look like Burn is in a position to really capitalize on this, as Edix has fallen, so is Adam. Breath is going to fall as well, and ExPandable Academy is going to take first point.
So the rally from Brother Dig was
Yeah.
beautiful. It was beautiful because Sakoi, like obviously she would only have she'd basically be dead in the water with the EMP, right? But they couldn't capitalize on the EMP because she had the extra armor. And despite her health being low, the armor just like beefed her up, and it was actually just, it was beautiful. Well done.
Yeah, and also crucially, Namgram wasn't hit by that EMP, so he still has shield to sort of zone off the rest of Burn in the front line there. None So Vile is poking here, and Adam is going to pop that rally read beautifully by None So Vile, baits them into that grab there. Breath is going to be there with the trance, however, and Edix is going to fire the shatter in. The counter shatter from Namgram is absolutely massive. Takes down 4, and Sequoia's going to pop that Transcendence. They do end up getting grabbed as well, and so they have to invest the sound barrier too to keep everyone healthy through that grab. Edix is going to fall in the end of this fight, with Adam falling shortly after. None So Vile is going to be chasing with these kills. Breath with the Discord Orb should be taken down as well, and Buzzing Faces falls too. That was really well played by ExPandable.
Yeah, they're goats. You can tell they've been practicing, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing. I think they're doing a beautiful job with the alt rotations. I haven't seen a double support alt used yet, like on top of each other. It's been in response to different alts that Burn has used, so I'm really, really proud of them. They seem like a very revamped, revitalized team than when we played them just
Absolutely.
all those weeks ago.
And so we have the battle for the corners here. Both Reinhardt's taking the corner, trying to swing at them, swing at each other, and not get discorded, is usually the case. Buzzing Faces does get taken low. A huge EMP comes out, doesn't hit Sequoia, so she's going to have that trance as it comes up in just the nick of time, but not in time to save None So Vile. But the rest of the members should be healthy here, but they may still want to back out without that Zarya. If they can take out Merge in the backline, however, that's going to be a 5v5 situation, as an advantage once None So Vile gets back much faster than Merge. Edix is going to throw the Shatter into the shield. Oh, Namgram with a nice Shatter gets right around Edix's shield, but a nice anti-nade comes out from Burn, and a Collywog on the Burn side is going to use the grab to lock everyone in place. The sound barrier is a little bit late. It doesn't save Jack's mech, and everyone is Namgram and Jack are both anti now, so they're going to be a little bit more. A Kobe of a grab locks down the 2 supports in the back line, but there's not going to be a lot of follow-up for None So Vile there, as Edix takes down Sequoia and Adam takes down None So Vile. So they should really just get out at this point and
yeah.
regroup.
I really think that None So Vile should have held on to the grab. If you looked at every single one of the engagements, he's always pushed up away from his Reinhardt, chasing. He does get the kills, but in this case, there was enemy team in his he was so far ahead that the enemy team was able to just kill his team.
Diva Bomb comes in for a nice engage. Jack gets 2, taking out Collywog and Breath. Not able to get behind cover or that Reinhardt shield. So Quaid's going to pop an aggressive trance to keep everyone alive as they chase down Edix. Namgram is going to dive straight into their spawn. Really wants that Edix killing. Gets it. And the members of Burn are going to have to regroup and spawn for one last second contest if they can get there. Oh, this is so tense. Merge is going to come in for that contest. Pops the EMP. There's not a ton of follow-up at the moment, but it does hit all the members. None So Vile is going to fall, and Adam's going to pop this trance to make sure everyone's healthy. Namgram gets antied and charged.
Do not use ult here, ExPandable. Do not. Good.
I think they're just going to regroup in. Yeah, and Brother Dig is just going to run the cart, die, and we should have a regroup.
So, as a Zen main, do you think Adam should have popped trance there?
No, I don't think that it was necessary. They'd already gotten
EMP'd.
Yeah.
The timing was close there on the EMP. I didn't know, yes, they all got EMP'd, but I didn't know if his team would make it back in time. And I think it was just the nick of time to capitalize on it. It was super close.
Absolutely.
But well
I think it was one of those that, it was the safer call to pop it. Oh, and a huge shatter comes out from Edix, knocking down 4 before getting nanoed and slept for a power nap. Namgrom does get antied, so he has to hold up that shield. And in the face of Edict swinging this massive nano boosted hammer, there's not much he can do. Nunso Vile is going to toss in the grab, locking down 2 members that got a little too over aggressive. Excellent grab placement that time. But in Edix is taken down super low. Merge and or Adam on the high ground is taken down low as well and taken out by Nunso Vile. And so Merge will get another hero contest here, perhaps, but without the EMP. Oh, the EMP does hit 5 members, as well as the grab follow-up. And with Edix on this Hammond gets a lot of value out of that pile driver coming in. And with Breath coming back here, they should be able to restabilize and hold on yet again for a hero contest.
Yep.
And also of note is that Namgrom lost his shatter in the process of that EMP. I don't know that Merge was, necessarily shooting for that, but, happy accidents all around.
He's been getting these EMPs really, really fast. He's playing the map really well. He's getting the damage off where they can't punish him.
Absolutely.
So
I didn't even think that he had it up in time. I just saw him coming in for the contest, and I was like, no way he has it again.
Yeah.
Not even looking at the ultra percentage, but then he just nailed it.
Well, I don't know if you can see where he threw his translocator, but it's in a spot that, like, you just...
Next level.
Yeah, you're not able to.
Yeah, he gets the hack off onto Jack, so Jack's not able to really contest. You have Brother Dig popping the rally coming in to contest the cart with Namgrom now. But no one's really falling low in this fight quite yet. And
They
with the
need
rally,
to nano Namgrom.
yeah. Nunso Vile is going to get hacked here. Namgrom has that ult and he gets nanoed as well. The nice bomb shatter combo, but they're going to get locked down into a grab and EMP'd. Adam's going to commit the Transcendence again to keep everyone healthy. And it looks like Breath should takes down 2, and with Nunso Vile committing the grab, locks down 5 members. You are going to have Buzzing Faces pop that ult to keep everyone alive with the sound barrier. And Edix gets the shatter once Namgrom falls, and it looks like Burn is going to hold on to this. And that was quite the defense coming out from Burn.
Yeah.
Like, I think that ExPandable Academy played that really well. And
They kind of rolled them, right? Not rolled them, but like they had a really sort of soft snowball going.
yeah,
was
the time
soft
bait
start.
coming to third was like
Yes.
3 minutes or something,
It was
right?
insane, and I'm thinking, oh, they're gonna get this one for sure. They're gonna get
Absolutely.
this one for sure. But, they shouldn't have switched off Zengodes. I know that Breath, the counterpart, like they had the Ana,
Yep.
but Sequoia wasn't able to get like the fat nades. She would use the nades to save her team because they would get low.
Right.
Right, as
But-
opposed to landing the fat antis on the enemy team. So it was just like that. That's one of the strongest things that an Ana can do is landing those fat nades.
Yeah, and Breath was getting them in spades, right?
Yeah, it
There was
seemed
quite a
like
few,
it. It seemed
especially
like it.
on Namgrom, so he was having to play very safe and passive, giving a lot of space to Burn to do whatever he wants. But yeah, I definitely think that the Zen Goats is probably the call. I don't know. I guess the Ana swap from Breath is what precipitated that swap.
I can understand the reasoning, right? So like if you don't get hacked, if you don't get EMP'd, or if you get EMP'd, excuse me, the Zen is basically like a sitting duck. So your
Right.
positioning has to be super careful. And on that last point where there's like high ground, low ground, corridors, like at so many places for the Sombra to just sort of isolate you and like poke you down, and just like she's always gonna know where the Zen is. So unless you're like over 20,000 IQ, it's super hard.
Yeah, I mean, on the other hand, like when it gets that close to the end, Merge is always going to EMP on cart, right?
Mhm.
So I think like as a Zen player, like I would just hang pretty far back in the back line. I mean, of course, you do run the risk of
Well, now
Merge
Merge
coming.
knows this and is gonna go for you when they run this against us.
I mean, I think Merge is going to go for me regardless.
This is
so-
this is true. It happens every single time, every single pugs.
I mean,
Very, very
literally,
true.
yep, exactly. And I don't think he'll even go into Sombra. He'll just do the flanking McCree to get the right click. And,
I want to see some of that in this match. I want to see some of that. Unlikely, given the map, given the map pool, but
Yeah, I mean, Burns Sombra Goats has been pretty clean. So I think that they're
Yeah.
just gonna. I mean, with Horizon Lunar Colony coming up next, I think they're just gonna run this again. I don't really see a real reason to change off of it. And so like, you know, why even run DPS when you have this, you know?
What do you think that Expa can do to sort of avenge themselves? Because if they take the next map and then they take the map after that, it could end up resulting in a tiebreaker.
That is very true. I guess the answers, I don't know that there is necessarily an answer to Somber Goats per se at the moment, right? Um, I think that them running just standard goats is not the answer. Um, as you know, demonstrated both, you know, in this match as well as in Owl. I think that if they want to try and run the Somber Goats of their own, that might be, I don't know. If they haven't practiced it enough, then I don't think that they should do it. I would probably like to see something more like a counter Goats, like just, you know, don't accept the Goats mirror and try and play your own game. I know that Brother Dig does play Pharah quite a bit. So that might be an option. Of course, going into Sombra, you can get hacked out of the sky and you basically become a Junkrat on the ground. Um, but I guess that's where I would kind of hope to go.
I like it. I like it. I think Brother Dig was getting a lot of value with his Pharah. Unfortunately, I think the tank lineup was what prevented that, you know, Nepal village, I believe,
Yep.
it
Yeah.
just from like being as effective as it could have been.
And one thing that they could do on Horizon Lunar Colony is on defense set themselves up for victory by running something like a bunker kind of comp. And really, you know, sort of exploiting like Junkrat mines. I mean, like, I don't think that they have like the sort of Ash player that I would want. I haven't seen None So Vile's Ash, but I feel like Ash is very effective against goats. Um, but like
Ash is
again, like
only
yeah,
effective against goats on maps with long sight lines, where
yeah,
they are able, they, you know, take a lot of damage as they're coming in, and you're able to get picks just like spamming damage, right? The point is to soften them up or even to get a pick before they get to you, before they engage on you.
yeah.
So,
But
yeah.
again, like with running the Sombra goats, I feel like that sort of addresses some of the weaknesses of goats going into that bunker comp, set up on that one, you know, high ground near space, where once you get the EMP, then you just EMP and they no longer can really do as much,
Yes,
or
but
you lose
think
that
of,
shield.
okay, let's say you have the bunker comp, right? So,
Yeah,
but if you were to play a little bit more spread with, you know, the Orisa holding the high ground on left hand side, you could have like a Diva
Traveling
or
to
the other DPS
Horizon
on the right
Lunar
hand side, and the healers maybe in the middle. And then as Sombra, you'd be sort of forced to
to
choose
choose.
like
Yeah,
what area of the map you want to EMP. And that
absolutely.
choice is, I
Yeah.
think, you know, is going to give, you know, the team that does get EMP'd a fighting chance if they react properly.
Yeah, that's
So
sort of why I
yeah,
wanted like the Ash, because she could set up on the, you know, the opposite high ground from the place where the Orisa is going to set up, and sort of farm damage off of there.
why are you giving away our strats, man?
Sorry. I just think it's a
Stop
really good
it.
strat on this. Um,
Yeah, I
but
know. I created it. Thank you.
uh, but yeah, I don't know what None So Vile is really going to choose to run on this defense if they do decide to go to the bunker comp.
I am excited to see.
Ready.
They
Apparently the
have
May.
the May. Woo!
So you're even
Oh no!
happier.
Wait, the Sombra. I got debated. The
Okay.
Sombra.
I mean,
Yay!
that does make more sense. There is, you know, quite a bit of open ground that the May doesn't necessarily get a lot of value
Wait,
unless
didn't we
the
cast a match in which they had a May and on defense, and it was good for the first push when they all pushed top right, but on a like on point, like after the enemy team forced them on point, the May just
yeah.
basically failed to find value.
Yeah, I want to say that that was the game that we casted with ZD actually on when he was on Flashpoint.
Ah, yeah. I think you're right.
I think it was used in minors.
5, 4,
Um,
3,
but interesting
2,
positioning they have here. So they're going to run with the Bastion set up
Attackers
in
incoming.
middle. Um,
defend
and with
objective
Edicts
A.
on this Hammond, we have a very interesting dive. We're again seeing Merge run into the Orisa shield on this Widow. We'll see if he sticks with it this time. As None So Vile does some scouting, manages to get out, but Collywog does not make it out with his mech. That's going to get taken down with the pressure from that Bastion. Edix is just going to go in for a little roll around the setup there and get hacked. He might be able to get out in time, but no, None So Vile is going to follow up and take him out. Very good awareness there to take out that Hammond.
Look
Adam
at
is going to
None So
dive in
Vile.
again on his own. And with a kill onto the Bastion, it gets immediately rezzed. None So Vile is just getting chased by buzzing faces at the moment. Brother Dig's going to take out Merge, the true sniper in the Bastion. With Namgrom taking down Liseki and Adam falling, that's going to be a failed push for Burn. That was very uncoordinated dive following their initial
Oh
very
no,
clean dive.
Sequoia!
and Buzzing Faces makes it out, has a parting sleep dart for Sequoia, and makes it back to his team.
But I would just like to say, look at Nansova. He already has EMP. Like in the Sombra versus Sombra matchup, like
Yeah.
Nansoval has consistently gotten EMP faster than
There's a
Merge.
nice dive coming in as Brother Dig gets deleted. The pull is there to pull them off, but the blade is going to come out. The EMP is a little bit late. We still get value from Adam as he takes down Luxury Yacht. Edix is going to take out Sequoia. Nunso Vile is going to take out Merge. And so it's a messy fight here as it's basically 3v4, I believe. Nunso Vile is going to take out Edix on the outside of this fight, with Namgrom getting slept on the point and antied very low. Really, Laseki could just indeed kick him. And with a kill onto Nunso Vile, Laseki's popping. I like the nano onto the Zen as always, and Burn is going to take first point.
Oh my goodness. If Nansoval had gotten that EMP off sooner, like gone back to his team sooner, like the
Yeah.
moment that Edix just sort of pal drove in, it
That
would
would've
have
been
been huge, right? Coulda,
So I
woulda,
thought that
shoulda.
they might have been swapping off his Ana since they used that nano boost so late in the fight, but it looks like they're going to stay onto it, try and get this nano blade back up. Merge gets chased away by the tanks from ExPandable, looking for these sight lines. Looks like he's going to find Brother Dig for an initial opening pick, so this should be the go sign for Bird to go in, but Sequoia does pop that Transcendence. Collywog is going to pop a Demon Bomb on the point, which shines Nunso Vile. Collywog taking down Namgrom as well, and Edix is going to follow up on the Sequoia, and this is going to be a very fast snowball if they can keep up this progress. The Demon Bomb coming into the point takes out Edix in turn, as well as the mech, so this might be a restabilization as the members of ExPandable are coming back in. As I say that, however, Adam and Collywog and Laseki all combine for kills on this point. We have the contest coming out from Namgrom, but with Laseki popping this trance, everyone's going to stay very healthy. Though Adam was not saved in the process. Namgrom's going to take out Merge too, and a kill onto Collywog onto Nunsavile from Collywog, and onto Namgrom means that the Burn is bringing this back as much as they can. It's very much a back and forth fight here, but I think that favors the defense. As I say that though, the kills definitely go in the favor of Burn. If they get the members on the point here, they're going to get it in time. That was quite the stall coming up from ExPandable.
It was.
But they never really reached the sort of stabilization tipping point. I feel like they were almost there. They were like 1 kill away from it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think what could / should have happened was, so Nunsoval actually was super close to another EMP when they switched to Zarya. They 100% would have gotten it when Burn pushed in, and I think an EMP would have 100% saved. Would have saved the point.
Yeah. Especially,
Like, and
if
then
they
switch back to Zarya after they stabilized. But like they were pretty close because they remained alive. Like even after the EMP on the first point, they remained alive for a very, very long time, just contesting with Namgrom. Poor Namgrom. Oh my goodness, he held that point for so long. ZD actually got mech back and like remech'd, but just died as the remeching animation went off. Yeah,
that never feels good.
Yeah, it never does. But I honestly think that an EMP, if he stayed on the Sombra, gotten that EMP, it would have 100% been a game changer.
Yeah, I mean, especially, I think that might have even saved it in the 5v6 case, right? When they got the initial pick.
Because Sequoia like popped the trance, and like I think Nunsoval 100% could have farmed EMP, used it right after the trance, and they probably just could have, done a lot of damage there and killed people.
Yeah, I think Nunso has had really good target selection for farming these EMPs. I mean, specifically targeting basically Edix on that ball, right? I think, several times that kill feed icon has popped up. And I think the lion's share of the damage has been done by Nunso Vile onto that wrecking ball.
Oh, this comp looks familiar, Burn.
Right, so we have the treehouse comp, the bunker comp, the anti-dive, with Adam on this Junkrat. I'm curious to see what he's going to do. I know he's a really good Genji. I'm excited to see what he can do on Junkrat. As we have ExPandable move into the small room for staging. It's not a great room as you have the pull that comes in and lots of Junkrat spam that comes in as well. They're going to rotate out into space. Also not a great option because Junkrat's just going to spam that door. There really aren't any great options when you have this Junkrat set up on high ground.
I don't understand why you want to play around them. right? Like I
Yeah.
don't get it.
They're
Like
taking the fight to
wanna
the,
go
the
left.
bunker. Yeah.
No. Why would you want to do that? Like
Yeah.
100%.
The
Oh,
Koi takes down
Koi!
Buzzing Faces with a huge pick, followed by ZD taking down Edicts. Brother Dig does fall as well as None So Vile, but the kills are in favor of ExPandable. They do a good job of taking the fight to burn, even though, you know, I think both of us are in agreement that that's not exactly what you want to do in this case. And they're going to get first point capture.
A, it shouldn't have worked. B, Burn didn't rotate properly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they set up basically right in front of that door and just put down the shield and, like, dared them to run into them. And it's like,
I mean,
you're running
like,
goats, of course you're going to run into
yeah, like, that's a dare they're willing to take because you're goats, man.
Exactly. So we're going to see Edict swap over to the Reinhardt now. Adam's going to stick on this Junkrat for a little bit longer. Maybe just use the Riptire and then swap off.
Yeah, do you think they'll know that he has Riptire? I mean,
They have to.
yeah, they have
like-
to. They need to play spread once they get on point here.
Yeah, None So Vile gets taken down dangerously low by Merge. I think that was a headshot onto him. And yes, he's going to get the follow-up headshot, so None So Vile is already going to go down.
Koi!
So Koi wins the Zen duel. But at this point, I think that there really isn't pressure for Burn to do much out of the ordinary. They might not even have to invest the Riptire into this fight. They are going to invest Sights and keep these members pinned into this.
Ult there, man.
Oh, I like this Adam flank coming in from the
I do too.
back.
Yes.
Take out Sequoia. That was amazing flank by Adam. And he's going to be able to get out just fine. Takes down Brother Dig in the process, and that's.
I like this. I like the pincer. I like the sandwich. I think that's really, really smart for them. Because you have damage in the front and damage in the back. I mean, where are you going to go? You have to choose one direction and commit to it, and they just kind of didn't go.
Yep, exactly. And they were fighting, with 5 people at that point still.
They were.
It was disadvantaged. So coming into this next fight, we're still going to have Adam with this Riptire, who can pop it basically at any point that he wants. He's really under no pressure whatsoever, as he's posturing up on this top left high ground. And they're gonna rotate right, so avoiding the Junkrat for the time being. Jack is gonna take, or ZD is gonna take the high ground away from Merge, but he's gonna give his mech for it, and that's not really a trade that they want to take at this point. As now they're battling on the high ground. The Diva mech or the Diva bomb comes out from Burn, isn't gonna find anyone, and Sequoia's gonna pop the Transcendence to keep everyone alive, but Luxury Yacht falls despite the trance being invested. And the Riptire is now going to come out, go around behind Nomgrom, and this should not find him. It almost did, but Nomgrom with some excellent shield rotations, really juking out Adam's Riptire. But Adam is still going to find the kills eventually onto Brother Dig, and I think that ExPandable should get out of here.
Oh, Adam lives with 1 health.
Oh. They really want the D-Mech onto ZD, but he's going to manage to escape as well.
Alright, so grab
Okay,
bomb, grab bomb.
Okay, so that's what ExPandable needs to do to win this fight, right?
Yeah, 100% grab bomb. Shatter bomb maybe, but grab bomb probably.
Honestly, like, why not all 3, right? Do the grab, lock them in, shatter the Ryan, and have the bomb take a decisive fight win. But they're also going to be so split up here, is Burn, as they rotate back towards their supports. Now is the perfect opportunity to get that grab. But the hammer comes out from Edicts with a nice boop onto Nomgrom. Wasn't there able to block the shatter. I think that was a Junkrat concussion mine that did that. And Adam's going to take out 2 with his Riptire, including the mech. And Edicts is going to clean up Sequoia, and Burn's going to be able to hold on for another fight.
All systems.
On the plus side, ExPandable didn't use any ults in that fight other than the Transcendence.
Yeah, which I'd like to point out Sequoia had again.
Absolutely, she's been farming those really quickly. But they still have their win condition in the form of the grab bomb combo.
Yeah.
Pointing out that Sequoia had another Transcendence. Edicts has another Shatter after using it to open up that
I mean, how could he not, right? He just basically cleaned up after that Shatter. Use it, you clean up, you get another one.
And they're also going to have their own Diva Bomb coming in for best. The grab finds 1 in the form of Edicts. A nice shatter from Nomgrom is going to knock him down, as well as the people behind him, and ZD is going to get a triple out of that bomb. So they're going to be setting up shop on this point. Collywog's going to fall with Breath on this Ana in the back. He's not going to be able to really contest, or Buzzing Faces rather. ZD is going to chase the Ana down. Edicts is going to come out and try to set up for a last-second contest. Laseki with a nice trance to keep everyone alive. Edicts is going to get the shatter off and take down 2. with along with Luxury Yacht, or Adam rather, is going to take those two. So Koi's going to pop this trance into this fight that I think is already lost, unfortunately. So she's going to have to farm up another of those before the next one. But that was so close on the side of Expandable.
Hi.
Oh man, that was extremely close. If they hadn't, I just don't understand why they keep going top left. If they basically force them onto point, like with the D.Va sort of like pressuring, like when she does have the boosters and then healing back up, I think they could fare better. Like forcing them on
Yeah.
high ground as they're coming in, they're gonna take so much damage.
I sort of get the idea when they had the grab bomb combo because all the members are there. As I say that, Adam is going to take out 2 with the Riptire, so this is another one fight for Burn. Right
But
off
you're
the bat.
playing into their advantage
You
by
are.
going up on high ground. Yeah, like go main or go like, to their left. I think it would be better.
Yeah, I think you really have to go left onto point because if you go main, then you're just going to take Junkrat spam from above.
Yeah,
right?
and
So you
that
don't have-
choke is far narrower than on the far left side.
Absolutely. But yeah, just in general, Burn is playing this defense really well, I think.
Yeah.
Is what it comes down to.
All right, well, let's see. Expa is coming up on another rally.
Okay, so they're going to rotate bottom left this time. They're going to come in. Nomgrom is going to try and charge Merge in the background as he got nanoed. But it was already taken down by Brother Dig, and they don't get on the point.
What?
Burn gives it up. That's a
Collywog gets the belated triple kill.
yeah. I think there's a term for this in professional Overwatch.
Does it start with a C? I think, is it a C or a C9, I think?
Can we call it a Burn 9?
I think we can. A B9.
B9?
Oh, that was unfortunate.
They were doing so well on that
They
defense up until the
were.
last second. And even then, like I think that they had it if someone had just touched, right? They
Yeah.
had the D.Va bomb coming in, would have cleared everyone off. Everyone was in panic mode, had to get on a point for Expandable, since they had no time left, basically. All right, that was an intense first couple of rounds.
That nano boosted Tracer though.
As soon as I saw Nomgrom like charging back, I was like, "What is he for?" And then I remember hearing the voice line from Tracer, and I was just like,
I'm unstoppable. Nomgrom thinks otherwise, guys.
The actual unstoppable force. But in the end, it was Brother Dig with that the actual Tracer counter in Brig that took her out immediately.
Alright, so they are running the modified bunker on defense.
It's like just a 2-2-2 almost, right? Like this is much more mobile than their original bunker, right? They swapped out the Orisa. They also aren't committing as much to the Widow. And a nice dynamite from Merge just deletes the supports. And that's going to be a reset from Expandable Academy.
I feel like someone is watching our stream and convinced Merge to go Ashe.
I just like Ashe as a hero. I mean,
You just saying hey.
Hey. As we get Expandable Academy rushing through to the point, they're going to take a lot of entry damage, and 2 members are already going to fall. All of the support's down now for Expandable, so they're not going to be able to sustain through this. As I say that, though, they do get 2 picks, so if they can get a regroup, but with 6 seconds left, it's not going to be likely. This is going to be last fight territory, and Burn should be able to hold full hold on the second round. See, like, when you have this much spam damage in these sightlines, it's really hard to run goats and just, charge straight at the point, right? 'Cause
It
you get
is.
so
So,
much
like,
entry damage.
So the best way is to basically go left. So you're kind of negating that the sightlines for the damage. I mean, Junkrat doesn't need sightlines, right? You just don't. You spam and you spray and pray, and usually the praying works because the spray is on point. But you need to go left where there's cover. Even as minimal as it is, you need to go left.
Ready for battle.
So I'm curious to see what they're going to run on defense here.
Yeah.
Because they need to hold this for 4.5 minutes, and that's sort of a Herculean task.
Not impossible.
But for a single tick, and it looks like Burn is going to opt for the dive. and likewise ExPandable is going to do a dive defense. This is very interesting. So they're not going to have like a ton of point presence necessarily, but they might have point rotations with ZD and Nomgrom, alternating contesting. I think this is a very sort of high risk, high reward comp that ExPandable is running.
They 100% need a brig.
Yeah, especially
Like-
running into the dive
Yep.
and burn. Yeah.
A brig is just like with the Hammond.
Yeah, I think that like with the double sniper comp coming out here, you need a lot of luck on the side of, or like a lot of skill on the side of None So Violent Brother Dig to pick out the highly mobile heroes that you have running. And Merge is back onto that Widowmaker, so he's going to get the better of Brother Dig as well as Luxury Yacht. Merge really opening up this point here. Adam's going to be taken down very low, but it does take out Sequoia before getting out and healed up. So with Merge taking down None So Vile, that's 4 members down now. And with just the tanks contesting the point for as long as they can, Merge has even come over to the point. Frontline Widowmaker in action, and Edix is going to take down ZD, and that's going to be the first point capture going to Burn.
That was a beautiful boot by Edix. It was beautiful. Him knocking the Hanzo, the Mercy, well, the Mercy was attached to the
that's what
Hanzo,
happened, yeah.
yes, onto the floor.
I think that's
Basically
what we're going to
gave.
see here.
Yep.
Yep.
Ready for the.
I'm so ready.
And then in comes Edix.
Oh.
Boop.
Oh, the synergy between Merge and Edix has just been on point this entire
Yeah,
match,
it really,
right?
really
Like,
has.
the EMP shatters, the boop snipes. I'm just impressed all around.
I think they went to like team bonding camp over the break, and had like a heart to heart, and
Girardi's
maybe like or like
coaching method.
like.
Whatever
they
it
shared
is,
some
it's
drinks. I don't know, had a pizza party, sleepover. Like whatever it is, yeah. It's just it's been a pleasure to watch, honestly.
Yeah. I think that all around, both teams are playing fairly well. I don't like the dive defense coming out there from
No,
ExPandable.
no. Like, what are you hoping to accomplish with the dive defense, right? If you're going to counter dive, like that's fine and good, but it needs to be executed perfectly if you're going to counter dive. And the
Yeah.
point is you're going to counter dive their supports as they're diving yours.
And fundamentally, Merge on that Widow is just so scary without a shield to protect you.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe even the shield wouldn't have saved them with Edix rolling through on that ball. Who knows?
Probably not. If they get knocked down,
Yeah.
but that's what the brig is supposed to be there for.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I think Brig would have made that a lot better. As
You
well.
100% need some sort of CC or even like a McCree up on the high ground or something like that. I'm not advocating the McCree, but I think the brig is just more powerful. So, yeah.
Right. So now we move into Blizzard World, our final map. Do we think we'll see the Widowmakers come out again? The first point certainly has nice sightlines for it.
It's merge. Of course we are. If it's
I
not
don't
going to come out
know.
on the first point, it's coming out on the second point.
It could be Sombra Goats.
Ready for battle.
It's looking like Widow Goats.
Votes.
Yeah, though with Adam on the Widow, I'm not quite sure. But I guess, Merge prefers the Zarya. It looks like we will have a Goats defense coming out from ExPandable, at the very least.
I like the ghost defense. I like it.
Yep, and it looks like a Goats offense. So, mirrored Goats. Goats staring at Goats.
Yep.
Which makes me a little sad. I was enjoying the Widow play coming out. But and I do like the variations on Goats. But I think that in this case, both of these teams seem very practiced on this Goats comp. And so I think they're playing it very well, and it goes back and forth as we saw on Route 66.
Somber goats.
We do have the Somber Goats coming out. I think this is an excellent pick by Burn. Really plays to their strengths as well as the weaknesses of ExPandable. And so Merge is going to come up here and scout kind of in front. I'm surprised he didn't actually get the stealth there. He's going to come around behind, maybe try and pick off Sequoia. Edix is going to move up into the point, toss a Fire Strike in. Not going to find anyone, but Nomgrom finds a Fire Strike onto Collywog, and Burn just needs to get out of here. Edix charges further in, however. Merge does take out Sequoia. That's a huge pick. That Zen not being available means that they might be able to fight this back, especially if they get the respawns coming in from the closer attacker spawn. EX shield is very low, and it looks like the call is there for Burn to back out.
Yeah. And also Expandables needs to back out and heal up before they can re-engage.
Absolutely, ZD is still about half health, taking some poke damage even further. The hack almost comes through, but it comes through onto Luxury Yacht instead, so the healing's not going to be there for a little bit longer. A huge EMP hits all 6 members. Merge doing a lot of work on that Sombra there, and Burn is going to follow up tremendously and take out all of the members. So that should be first point going over to Burn. ZD is going to contest, but I don't think that, ZD is going to be long for this world, and instead decides to go for a drink. You're a little speechless, Empress.
Why did you remech? You just fed the other team like 400 more health. Or like that. You just, yes, I don't, I guess, sorry, not 400, 600 more health. 400 more health, 200 more armor. But
yeah,
yes.
That's a long stagger as well. So ZD's back now. Nice shatter from Edicts knocks down 3 members with the charge going on to... Oh, and in actuality, Nunso Vile is going to take out Edicts. Namgrom is going to take out Adam. The Diva Bomb coming in as well from ZD is going to take out Collywog. And what I thought was a good engagement from Burn turns completely in Expandable's favor. And they're going to be able to hold on here.
I don't think they're prepared for the aggro, to be honest.
No, I think that they got really aggressive knowing that the ZD's mech wasn't there. I don't know quite where that... I guess there was a solo grab onto Buzzing Faces. Nunso Vile off in the winning that duel against Buzzing Faces.
He really showed that, Lucio.
I don't know if that was the best use of it, but they did already use the bomb, so they're gonna try and charge that up as fast as possible.
Oh no, Sequoia!
We're just gonna kill into Sequoia in the back line. And the grab is gonna come out from Collywog, locking down 2 members. Brother Dig is gonna fall immediately, followed by ZD. And with Edicts charging deep in, Namgrom's gonna charge out in turn and catch Buzzing Faces. Poor Buzzing Faces has not had a good match this.
No, he hasn't. No,
all of the focus has gone onto him.
I mean, the grab would have been worth it if Buzzing Faces had used Barrier, but I don't think Buzzing Faces would have used Barrier to save himself.
No, it's just not worth it.
That's unlikely.
You're gonna die before you even get the casting off in that situation, especially with a highly charged Zarya. So Expandable's gonna come in for one last contest on point B here. And Buzzing Faces once again goes very low, taken out by Sequoia this time. The sound barrier does come out from Luxury Yacht, keeping everyone alive and allowing them to get more aggro, as they should be speeding onto this. Yep.
Yes.
And, Collywog should fall as well. Maybe they'll be able to get Lisecki.
They should be able to, yeah. And they should not chase the brig with reinforcements coming in.
Exactly. That was well played by Expandable. The barrier may not have been 100% necessary. They'd already sort of won the fight, but I don't know if members were getting low or...
They were. There was a few that were at half health and could have been chunked down.
Yeah, and I know that at the time Sequoia was hacked, so the Transcendence was available. And Sequoia's, basically has that on cooldown, it seems. Merge is going to come in here, hit another 4-member EMP, 5-member EMP. The grab is going to come down as well. Collywog is going to take out Brother Dig. Merge is going to fall, but with the Transcendence coming up from both sides now, they're going to just be... The Reinhardts are going to be swinging ineffectually at each other. Edicts does have that Discord Orb. Lisecki's going to take down 2 on his own, and Edicts is going to follow up on Namgrom. So this should be a successful burn offense and a point take.
Yeah, that actually, it was so close there. The
really
counter shatter by Namgrom was beautiful.
And he already has it again. The power of swinging through trance. Merge is going to get a late kill onto Sequoia. That's a nice stagger coming out from him with the Brigitte assist. But they're going to back out not to get too greedy. I like this. They're going to pull back to the choke here. Though as I say that, Buzzing Faces is off on the right-hand side. I'm somehow expecting him to die, randomly in this fight as well.
Sequoia getting a fireball. It wouldn't surprise me.
Just like, a random...
Need to armor your Zen, please.
Yep,
Please,
and Adam pops
Dig.
both rallies come out for each side. ZD's going to take out Merge early, so this is going to be the sign for Burn to back out. But they did invest that armor, that rally rather, after losing the Merge. So that's not the best use of rally coming out there. They do have both tank ults online, and they're going to use one of them to lock down the members. The counter shatter is there, denying any sort of value from that, or trying to deny any value from that grab. But Collywog is going to find 2. Adam's going to find for a 3rd, and it looks like Burn is going to roll as much as they can through this final point. though ExPandable should have a last-second contest here.
I think they'll be able to contest here. They have the Grav bomb combo, but Sequoia needs to stay inside and basically hide because the EMP is about to come online, and I
Merge
do
has
not want her
another
to
one.
get hacked again.
Yep. Has it now. The grab comes out, locks down Collywog and Buzzing Faces as well as the members. Edix throws himself in there, blocks out the Shatter. Brother Dig is going to take down Merge, and Nomgrom with that charge is going to take down Buzzing Faces again. Laseki's discorded, or Adam is discorded now, and they should be able to chase these kills with the Lucio coming through to speed them in. Laseki going not so low, but I feel like they could have killed him. But anyway,
I
it's
think they
probably
could have killed him.
discretion is a better part of valor and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So
but that was
the
a
EMP
good-
didn't find much purchase there.
No, the grab and the grab on combo had already come out. They were just, I think the EMP was a little late. They're still trying to farm it in the early beginning of that. Edix gets a nice shatter onto Nomgrom, but with the trance and the rally there, we're going to see that this grab doesn't find much value. Nomgrom is going to take down Adam, and that should be the sign for ExPandable Academy to get a little aggressive here, but it looks like they aren't. They're playing fairly passive. I'm a little surprised. Collywog is pushed up now, trying to farm his ult as much as possible, and try and get it before this final push. Luxury Yacht does get hacked out on the side, but I don't think there's going to be any follow-up there. Edix pushing up now with the rally coming up from Adam. It looks like Burn is going to want to get aggressive here. Nomgrom gets shoved off to the side, but gets a nice shatter onto two members, knocking them down. The Buzzing Faces responds in turn with a sound barrier that allows Adam and Laseki to take down two members. Burn's going to get locked up in this grab, but the trance is there as well as the EMP. So this should be all the kills going over in favor of Burn, and they're going to complete this map.
I think if Luxury Yacht had beated when a little bit after Nomgrom had shattered, they would have had the sustain to really capitalize on Nomgrom shatter and push them off the point there, and bought enough time for the reinforcements to come back in.
Yeah, and also, just like being able to sustain Nomgrom once he got knocked out of position there, I think would have been super useful.
Yeah.
But that's just one of those, split-second timings, and especially with the cast time with beat, if you make the decision a little bit late, you're gonna lose your Reinhardt.
The Sombra is posing a problem.
Yeah, Merge of Sombra is pretty good. Something to be feared.
I think that either the ExPandable's Brig, so Brother Dig, has to play around Sequoia more, or Sequoia has to play around Brother Dig more. Whatever it is, I think that those two need to be best friends. Right?
Yeah, there absolutely has to be a deterrent.
They need to go to bonding camp, because every single time I'm watching their health, Sequoia's health especially, whenever she gets dove on by Merge, there might have been one occasion in which a health pack came through, maybe two. But that's 8 times out of 10 in which a health pack is not coming through, and maybe it was on cooldown. Who knows? But she dies, and a stun could have been there. A flail could have been there. So that's something that needs to be addressed, because having the Zen is just so powerful, and Sequoia is, a beast. You don't want to lose her, guys. Come on.
Absolutely. I think Merge is doing a really good job of sort of splitting or doing different things at different times, right? Either farming the EMP off of tanks, or picking off that
harassing the
Zen.
backline,
Yeah, exactly.
or hacking Buzzing Faces with the
He's not being predictable with the Sombra, right? He's not doing the same thing every time. He's not going for hacks consistently. He does go for one there and gets blocked by Nomgrom. ZD's going to be chasing him out. Ooh, Merge could fall here. ZD chooses not to chase, however. Luxury Yacht is on the case, trying to duel Merge in the backline. Oh, Brother Dig misses the shield dash. Edix is going to take out Sequoia with a fire strike. So that should be the offense of ExPandable Academy backing out here, especially as Nomgrom falls.
Yeah, I think playing more tightly together as a unit, I think would have been more beneficial there.
Yeah, Merge absolutely could have died if ZD had chased.
Yes.
And so I think that they got a little distracted with that, and Luxury Yacht then tried to follow up, and they got split, and it sort of there wasn't the call to kill Merge and regroup and play safe for a moment before re-engaging it.
Yeah, All right, let's see if this fight plays out a little bit better.
As we say that, Collywog is just going to take out Sequoia with just beam her down, I think. And they're going to push forward and get aggressive. Will burn. Pushing in, Namgrom's going to get hacked. Laseki falls from Nunso Vile on a nice exit kill. They're going to invest the grab here now, locking down the tanks and buzzing faces, but there's going to be a lot of follow-up there, and Emerge is even going to take down Nunso Vile in the process. So ExPandable Academy loses their grab.
What is this grab investment? These grabs, man. I'm really puzzled.
Yeah, that wasn't quite the opportunity to use them. Like, Nunso Vile has had similar grabs on like Route 66. I remember, like, the baiting, baiting the grab essentially, or like, baiting the bubble and then running away, and then having them rally into him and then popping the grab. Like, that was beautiful. That one, however, they just simply didn't have the numbers to back it up from that grab. So now it's just a lost resource. They're gonna take this high ground, but Merge is there, has the EMP at the ready.
You know what's gonna happen, boys.
Gets a boop onto Namgrom, forcing him down on the low ground. Buzzing Faces could die here. The grab is invested by Collywog, doesn't find anyone. Edix is going to shatter, or that's when Namgrom. Sequoia comes through with the trance, but Namgrom's already dead. Just too much damage coming out. And with Nunso Vile also falling, I think the ExPandable Academy should try and get out of here as fast as possible.
Yeah. They didn't have the follow-up sound barrier to ensure, like, that they could engage or re-engage again. So it was just a matter of cleanup. And they still have that EMP.
Yeah, they didn't even have to invest it. On the side of ExPandable, what sort of how did they survive this? Can they take a dry push to bait that EMP and then?
They have 52 seconds left. There's no way.
Yeah.
They have one fight left at best.
Yeah,
1.5
exactly.
at like, well, no, 1.5 at best, just 1 at worst. And unless ZD gets this amaze balls diva bomb off, it
could happen.
You know what? I'm holding out hope. ZD,
exactly.
Do me proud.
Merge is in the background. Namgrom's gonna hit the shatter onto Collywog. They should be able to take him down. They do.
Hey!
And Namgrom takes that Adam. So I think that Merge might not even invest the EMP, though he does take down.
ZD, if you have a grab, I mean, if you have a bomb, you should use it at this point.
A nice block comes out from Nunso Vile with the personal bubble there onto Edix. They're fighting 3v4 now, though, on the point are ExPandable, and the grab comes down, locking down Edix. Nunso Vile is going to take out Edix. The bomb comes out just to shove people off the point. Adam's back with the rally, however, so that's going to be a huge sustain. ZD, Namgrom, and Nunso Vile all get locked down into that grab. Nunso Vile gets taken out. This should be a hold here for Burn as Sequoia comes in with a last-second Transcendence as well as Brother Dig on his Pharah. But another EMP comes out from Merge. We've lost Laseki in the process. He's gone from this game, but they should still be able to hold this out as Namgrom's just the last number on the point. And with overtime ticking away, I don't think that anyone can make it back.
Is that a BM disconnect?
I would think not.
No, it said crashed. I mean,
I wouldn't imagine it coming out from Laseki.
No. It's just it's a little the timing.
It was a little funny. Yeah.
Guys, you don't need me. You got me. But at least it didn't happen. In the middle of the fight, or in the beginning of the match.
So that map felt a little bit more one-sided in favor of Burn there. I definitely think that running that Sombre Goats did a lot of work. And I was really hoping that it would be a little bit closer, a la the Route 66. I felt like that was a really close match.
It was a really close match. Yeah, I think that Merge probably had some nerves. Oh, that was almost the rhyme. Damn it. Merge probably had some nerves in the beginning, but like this on Blizzard World, he looked very polished. So I'm a big fan. I do like ExPandable's Goats. It's pretty clean, good ult rotations, and they definitely have been practicing, and it is very, very evident. And you guys should definitely walk away from this match with their heads held high because it was awesome to watch.
Absolutely. So if you had to pick a player of the match for this one, who would you pick, Empress?
I mean,
It's a tough one, right?
It is. I think Sequoia did beautifully. She is a beast on the Zen.
Literally had trance every fight.
Yes. Merge Sombra, I think, was just enabled the team to just really, really have so many advantages in practically every single team fight. So
Yeah, those would be the two that I would pick from each team. I think
yeah,
Sequoia and Merge.
well
Both did a
played,
wonderfully job.
both teams.
Yeah,
Well played.
absolutely. So I think that'll do it for us for tonight. Thank you so much for everyone tuning in. That was a much closer game than or much closer match than the scoreline indicates, I think. And I'm really excited to see what Expendable Academy does in the future. Um,
Same. Thank you again for tuning in. And this is Empress and Memre signing off.
have a good night.